and there is no intermediate host. No intermediate host. Okay. Say Ascaris lumbricoids. Natural host man. In no intermediate host. That's all. Thank you so much, baby. Okay, so now let us move on. Life cycle pathogenesis over. Are you fine, guys? Ascaris lumbricoids, we finished morphology, life cycle and pathogenesis, right? Now let's move on. We will move on to pathogenicity and clinical features. So what and all it will do to us? Let us look at this. So what will happen if this insect is there in us? Protein and vitamin A deficiency will happen. Spoliative action. I think it's going to spoil. Spoliative action. Spoliative. Never heard this word. Spoliative. So it is some spoliative action. What is spoliative? Hold on. Spoliative means robbing, it seems. Robbing action. So it robs us of protein and vitamin A. Okay. So the worm inside us will rob the proteins and the vitamin A from us. Now toxic action, what it has? Urticaria and angioneurotic edema. What? Vitamin A. It's not, vitamin A. Okay. Toxic action will be the skin kind of rashes, urticaria and angioneurotic edema. Wow, what the hell is that now? Then mechanical action inside the intestine, what it will do? It will grow so much and it will obstruct the intestine. You have to look at the photos from the internet on intestinal obstruction. They are so horrifying. They are so gross. So it will cause intussusception of this intestine. Intussusception means what? Like a telescope, the intestine tubes will go one inside the other. So that is very dangerous actually. Then volvulus and intestinal perforation. So it causes lot of damage to the intestine. Volvulus also. What is this volvulus? Let's just Google for this. Volvulus is the loop, when the loop of intestine twists around itself and the mesentery that supports it, resulting in obstruction. Okay, we'll just learn this much. Volvulus means loop of intestine twists around itself. Okay, that's all. And intestinal perforation. So a lot of mechanical action. Hold on, we'll get you a beautiful photo from the internet on Ascaris lumbricoids, how it obstructs the intestine. You have to see. It's like, it will be kind of horrifying for you to see. I think we'll try to find a better photo. So this is the photo from Wikipedia. Look at this, how the intestine, it has completely grown and it's blocked off. Oh my god. Okay. What happens in the lungs? Lungs, it can cause pneumonia, Loeffler syndrome. Loeffler syndrome means eosinophils in the lungs, right? Hold on. So you can see here, this is the Loeffler syndrome photo. Okay. Say Loeffler syndrome. Lungs. Okay. Thank you. So that is the worms, ma. These are the worms in the intestine. Okay. In the intestine, all the worms will grow. That's why you should take tablet for killing the worms. Okay. Guys, just note here this clinical features, right? The disease is actually called as Ascariasis. Okay. There are symptoms due to the migrating larva and there are symptoms due to adult larva. So we'll do one thing. In the next video, we will continue. Okay, because there is a lot to cover. Lot of clinical features are there. Let us not go do everything in this video only. Okay. Stupid Ascariasis Wanderlust. So much is there, guys. So do one thing, no, come back for the next video. We will start off with the clinical features again in the next video. Okay. Then we have to look at laboratory diagnosis. We have to look at the treatment and prophylaxis of Ascaris lumbricoids. Okay. So this much is left. So in the next video, we'll do one thing. We'll start off again with the clinical features. Okay. So just let's recap what we have seen so far. Ascaris lumbricoids, we saw that it is a parasite helminth nematode. Okay, it is called as roundworm. It is the common name that they use for Ascaris lumbricoides is roundworm. Then morphology, you saw about the male and the female. Then you saw the eggs, unfertilized and fertilized. Then life cycle, pathogenesis. Basically in this there are some more details, okay, about the you should know about the timing and all. Like now in the soil, it can live like forever, they are saying, right? It can live for several years in the soil, okay. Then what else they are telling? They are saying in clay soil, right? It likes clay soil. Heavy clay soil it likes a lot, okay. Shade location, temperature between 20 to 30 degrees centigrade it likes a lot, okay. This embryo is there, no, it molds twice to become the infective rhabdiform larva. So here you can see, right, this fertilized egg, two molds it needs to become this infective rhabdiform larva. Now let us look at what happens in the man, okay. Now in the man, he eats this vegetable, right, which has all this rhabdiform, what is that called, embryonated egg, right. He eats this embryonated egg, it goes to his duodenum. There, what happens, the larva is so motile, okay, the larva is very motile, it penetrates the intestine and it reaches the portal vein and it reaches the liver. This much you understood, right? So from the small intestine it has reached the liver. Now from there, through the blood supply it will reach the heart, and from heart it will reach the lungs. In 4 days it will reach the lungs. There it will grow, and in the lung it will mold twice. Just remember, in the lung it will mold twice here. In the lung it will mold twice, and it will stay there only. It will grow in the lung for 10 to 15 days it will grow. Then what will happen? It will come up, okay, to the trachea, to the throat. There it will make us swallow it, and from the windpipe it will reach the food pipe, right? That it will come to the pharynx and it will make us swallow it, and then again it will reach the intestine. Now in intestine what it will do? The larva again will mold, okay, and it will mold into adult. Now adult, after 6 to 12 weeks they will become sexually mature. When they become sexually mature and there is copulation, the female lays eggs. So I am always wondering, they show one larva this man ate and how it became 2. So I am thinking 2 larvae have entered this man and it became one male and one female. And then what happens? The gravid female will release the eggs. Okay. Now this adult worm will live it will live for 1 year. Wow, it can live for 1 to 2 years it can live. Okay. So that was the life cycle pathogenesis in man and in soil. Okay. So in the next video we will look at the pathogenicity and clinical features in detail. We will look at the laboratory diagnosis. We will look at the treatment and prophylaxis also.